Hello, my dear friends. In this series of episodes, I'm going to present to you how the amazing concept of neuro-linguistic programming or NLP can be applied to your career, to your life skills, to realize your ambitions. For the past 30 years, I've been helping people both in personal counseling as well as in my organization seminars, how they can enhance the quality of their life using NLP principles. Before we start discussing about NLP, I want to discuss three issues which many of us confuse one with the other. One is brain, the second one is mind, and the third one is called intellect. So the brain, the mind, and the intellect. I want you to have your two hands like this and say brain, brain. Then say mind, mind. Think whether the mind and the brain and the mind, are they identical or are they different? Once we know the difference, if any, between the brain and the mind, it is easy to understand the NLP principles, because I feel NLP has been misunderstood, or put it in a better way, not properly understood. Let us talk about the concept of brain. This is the human head, and we have the brain component here. It has a physical structure. It can be touched, you can see it, you can examine it under a microscope, you can take photograph of it. It's a structure, it is a physical thing. We know the brain is here. We know the brain is here. The brain is not here, the brain is not here, the brain is not here. The brain is very much here. Do you know where is your mind? Is the mind here? Or is the mind here? Is the mind here? Where is the mind? Can you touch the mind? Can you see the mind? Can you examine the mind? You can open your brain and look at the various parts of the brain. There is a name for each of these parts of the brain. Can you open the mind and say, this is this part of the mind, this part of the mind, this part of the mind? So once you understand, you will know that the brain is different, the mind is different. In fact, many of us mistake between the heart and the mind also. Heart is like any other organ of the body, like kidney, like the brain, like the pancreas, liver. Now we say, keep me in your heart. Don't take it into the heart. What will happen if something enters the heart? Even a speck, a small little particle enters the heart will stop. Just imagine a 40 kilogram, 50 kilogram human being entering the heart. So we should be absolutely clear about these basic things so that we start appreciating what NLP is. And so, brain is different, mind is different. Mind has no structure, mind has no shape, mind has no place. It is there. You cannot see the mind, you cannot open the mind. You can only understand that there is a thing called mind. It is something like the difference between a hardware of a computer and a software of a computer. The hardware can be seen. The software can only be realized. If there is a problem with the software, you can understand that there is a problem of the software. Similarly, if there is a problem of the mind, you can understand, you can realize there is something wrong with the mind. So the brain is different, the mind is different. The brain has infinite capacity. The mind has even more infinite capacity. In fact, people have researched and understood brain. We have not understood the mind even 1,000 times of what we have understood the brain. Still researches are going on, still people are discussing on the concept of the mind. Like the brain has its own powers, the mind has even more infinite powers, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times more powerful than the brain. So, in this episode, I want you to understand that the brain is different, the mind is different, and NLP has got something to do with bridging these two. See you tomorrow.